Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house?
Ugh.
Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him?
Yeah.
Lance, please. It was you, Lance Amano. Uh-oh. Daddy, I'm sorry. Oh my god, you loser. Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. We're continuing on in the third case of the game, the Kidnap Turnabout. Gosh, we're almost done. It's taken a while, y'all, but I think we're almost there. Hang on there. Alright, Lang, what are you laughing about? And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang?
That amusing little gadget. Sure packs a punch, right, Sheena?
Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Ha, ha, ha. Sheena, please.
Hey, don't make fun of Little Thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other.
You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right?
Well, when you put it that way...
Your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in on this. There is a trick to this haunted house.
And what may that be exactly?
A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena!
Learn.
Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet.
7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger.
What is this?
It's said that someone around here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll.
Ah, okay. How can this be?
Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window.
But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead.
If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? Do you get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Ugh. Now get off your high horse.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Hey, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me.
Oh? You don't know when to quit, do you?
I can't quit, not until I can declare that I've found the truth. Agent Lay, for the additional information, you have my thanks.
There you go again. Well, see if I care.
okay, I'm updating the recreation now.
Alright. I like a person who can accept when they are wrong, and just accept it with grace, and be like, okay, I admit I was wrong. Thanks.
That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden.
If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding?
Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere.
Alright. Well, I think we should, come over here, look at this.
This is where the proto badger shows up in our recreation.
Yes, now the question is, where did he come from?
Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model.
There must be an inconsistency somewhere.
Alright. Long hallway. Alright, let's look. Every nook and cranny.
This blue badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house.
I bet the one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right?
According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy.
Pay attention to this image, you guys, of the blue badger, alright? This is the key to solving this mystery.
All because one's an ally of justice and the other's a vile criminal with a gun?
Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Does it mean they can't fall in love? You never know. Much like the steel samurai and the evil magistrate.
Oh my god, you're such a weeb! Edgeworth, that's so cute. I love it. Now, interesting. It even shows us deduced. The spot connected? I think so. Look at what we just saw. Where is in the Bible? Look at the way his, I don't know, what is that? His sash is completely opposite direction.
Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger.
Belt? Buckle? I don't know what to call that. Strap?
Huh? Like what?
The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
That can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet.
So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse?
Interesting. Maybe it's time for some logic. Nope, not yet. Alright.
Yes?
No. Oh, we can look at the mirror.
When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors.
Indeed. Who has ever heard of these many mirrors inside a haunted house before?
Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene thanks to these mirror shards.
There we go. Lots of mirror shards.
Hey, wait, these shards. There's something different about them. The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back too.
Pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors?
Alright. Now we can do some logicking. Blue badger's in reverse, huh? Just like what happens when you look in a mirror. And whoosh!
Kay, do you remember what you said earlier?
What I said earlier about what?
But how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors.
A house of mirrors. Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image.
Yes, This blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one.
Then was the blue badger you saw just a reflection?
When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror...
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch dark, and there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? Sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirror wall. It's in here. Yeah, the disappearing badger. As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? Kinda lame, honestly. But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there.
That was true at the time. However, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. That would be move the mirror wall. To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created.
Oh, so when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror.
And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them.
Ah, and if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway.
Then, when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. That design is pretty cool, but the whole disappearing badger thing isn't that cool. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
Huh? How so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding here.
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. My assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror.
Then you wouldn't be able to see him. You didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll.
Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now, in reality?
Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. Here we go. Keep the money and go now. There. That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Sounds exactly the same as when a Magatama breaks the locks. Yay for being able to reuse a sound effect. It's just really convenient. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Ah! Don't scare me like that.
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room.
You got it.
Alright. There. Now this, I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. although at the time I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard what? Then,
Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken.
okay, so then when you stepped outside into the hallway again,
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Kay, please recreate that.
got it. Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
Huh, that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway.
I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies
Right here, there's nothing here now.
Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
Oh, there's no blue badger there.
Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction.
So, let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
That is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. That would be Mr. Deacon. The badger I saw was, in actuality, the dead victim's body. Ugh. What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final, decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. You can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken. Huh! You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot? There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time, all for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Must have been really loud, too. Ayah! Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Ugh! Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? Yeah! Lance, please. It was you, Lance Amano. Uh-oh. Daddy, I'm sorry. Oh my god, you loser. Polly, you could do so much better. Polly. Lolly. Lauren. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found.
He's a hiding criminal. He escaped from jail. See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. That remains to be seen, and will have to be resolved in court. But everything you did afterward to obstruct justice and pin the crime on Lauren was not justified. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. Huh, as if you were the one in charge around here. Hey, he's the one who did all the work, so screw you. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you should be arresting is Lance. Oh, how quickly you betray your son. Dad! Ooh, he just faints and throws himself down again. What a loser! Sorry, you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? That's what I've been wondering for the longest time, man. What's Interpol doing in interfering with the murder and kidnapping and all that? Well, actually, it was just a kidnapping at the time. And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wounded. I came all this way from across the sea, just to see you, you know. You came to see me? Are you in love with me after all? No. What's that supposed to mean? I thought you liked me. Hold your horses there, pretty boy. I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Sheena. It's known as the KG-8 incident. Oh snap, we got ourselves another DL6 SL9, you know. You know the drill. Uh-oh, he's sweating. KG-8 incident. Oh, so you remember it. Good. And you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. There we go with the word smuggling again. Smuggling? There's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Devore. Ah.
Father!
Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devore, I always suspected that you were involved in the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Devore was arrested in place of you, which is why, when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. No. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Huh, pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. You wanted to have a date with me, didn't you? Not this kind of date. Hold it. Who is it? What the? Who the heck was that? Oh no! Oh no! What are you doing here, you piece of shit? From the first case. Dang nabbit, I totally forgot about this. I can't remember what voice I gave you. Oh man. I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? I'm Jack Sportsman. and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jack, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an interval case, so you keep your paws off my suspect.
Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. Ah, shut up, fool. So, if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal?
It's like, ugh, I don't want to touch your hands. I don't know where they've been. Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. The whole lot of you. Guys, arrest those 2 suspects. Sir! Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you.
Thank me? I thought you hated me.
The 2 aren't mutually exclusive. Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal.
That's not a nice way of putting it.
Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean?
You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So, how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you?
Oh! The hand that feeds me. I'm not sure I follow.
Huh. It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Amano in the smuggling ring, right?
How dare you! Plus, you just saw what happened with Jack Sportsman and the reaction he had when Jack showed up. So, Jock. Sorry, not Jack. Like, come on, man, you're so stupid. You couldn't figure that out.
No, I would never do such a thing.
What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring.
Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude.
On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right?
Okay, yeah, I know. There is lots of evidence making it look bad. Plus, Edgeworth was kind of shady back in the day, so... alright, I give you that. I give you that, alright, Lang? But come on, Edgeworth just proved himself.
There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you?
Courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed.
Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years. Every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by those ideas, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies?
It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all?
Rest assured, the next time we meet, we won't be so forgiving.
Double point!
So don't you forget it.
Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored house of Lang in Zhengfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Whoa, what do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. and it was all because of the courts.
How can that be?
A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence's purity was tarnished, and cost the Lang family its honor and trust.
But not all prosecutors are like that.
Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor.
So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Pot kettle. Like, come on, man, shut up. Come on, Jim, we better catch up. Yeah.
Aw, poor guy. We know he's dead meat soon.
We still got to deliver that thing to the old man after all.
It's so weird how we're working backwards in time.
Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed home ourselves. It's been a long day.
Yeah, are you going home too, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off at my office?
Edgeworth, this is why you should have gone straight home, dude. Look at everything you get wrapped up in. One thing after the other in one long day.
No problem, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes, what is it?
Thank you very much.
Shouldn't she still be arrested for the whole, trying to help with the fake kidnapping and all of that?
Oh, that's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
I wasn't thinking you. I was thinking the hot, sexy man. I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate! What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? All this licking and preparing for nothing. To think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him.
Which is actually pretty sad, though.
I knew it. I'm a failure. Aw, there she goes again, talking to herself and almost cutting her hair.
Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping.
No, I have no idea.
Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the very beginning he had no interest in this staged self-abduction.
Wait, then why did he...
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops.
Me?
Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Devore into cooperating.
Father!
As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Omano family butler, at the very least he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you.
Aww.
Go on, speak your mind.
That is... Thank you very much.
You're welcome, although there is no need to thank me.
You do know you just gained another stalker. Another addition to your Edgeworth fan club.
Swoon. No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you. I mean, it doesn't matter really as long as I can still have babies for him. I'll keep practicing my licking, I promise. Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Way to go, sir! Another member of our fan club. That's awesome.
Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief.
Oh, what are you going on about now?
Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. And yet Phoenix still loves him anyway. I guess they kind of deserve each other because Phoenix is kind of an idiot too.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all.
Hmm?
If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know.
What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl?
Huh. Looks like you totally forgot about me too, Gummy.
Gummy?
Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promised I'd return this to you one day, remember?
That single piece of cloth took me back, far into my past. To that fateful day, 7 years ago, when I first met the then child Kay and Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, we're going even further back in time. This game is weird just because it keeps going back further and further. Alright, brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Reminiscence. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry this episode was so long, but I wanted to finish this up. Yay, we finished the third case, finally. Woo! Alrighty, so I'm looking forward to the next case. It's actually, I think it's my favorite in this whole game. It's really fun. So, until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.